Yeah, he told me to watch out. That's pretty much it. It's kind of hard. Big guy.
Did you guys go back to Top Golf in Vegas?
Yeah, I was honestly hoping you asked me about that question. So yeah, we did go back to Top Golf, and I know Jalen, had some words to say, but what he did was he got the score before we got to finish the game. So when he was above me, if you could see on the right, there's like we was 20 shots, and I think I was at either 15 or 12.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the full game. He just got when he was above. So that's all I got to say.
How did it finish?
Tyler won. Tyler, our trainer, he won. Top Golf, it's fun, but I don't know how accurate it is. Do you know what I mean?
Who's player 14 and 17? They were on the leaderboard.
Oh, I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't even remember who those were. I know Tyler finished first. That's all I remember.
You guys gonna try to actually get out on the course at some point?
Yeah, I think that's something we're gonna have to do. It's busy during the season, so maybe after postseason we'll be able to get out there and go play some holes. So it'll be fun.
Johnny said you guys are going to do that.
Yeah.
Go play 9 together.
Yeah.
Were you able to do that?
We were able. We went or I guess this past off season before, and we went to the range a couple of times, and I mean it was just fun, just getting out there, having some fun. Not too serious.
What's unique about Colorado as a matchup for you guys?
I think they got their big man Evan Batty back, so we obviously know he's a huge part in how they play. They're a great team. They play with great toughness, and it's going to be a battle for us here in Westwood.
You know him well. He's a local guy. He had a stroke and recovered from that. Do you know him at all?
Yeah, I know him pretty well. We played in the summer together, worked out a couple of times, and then obviously playing throughout the Pac-12. So yeah, he's a great guy, and it's going to be fun to have him back here. It's always fun going against him.
You think you'll be matched up against him some?
I don't know. We got to go through the game plan. We'll see this week how that's going to work out. I know Miles is our big guy, so we'll probably maybe start him on Evan. But other than that, we kind of just see how the flow of the game goes.
You've been posting up maybe a little bit more this year,
Mm-hmm.
Back to your basket. Is that something you worked on this off season?
Yeah, it's something I've worked on this off season for sure. Just understand when I have a smaller guy on me to take advantage of my size and my strength, and be able to create for myself and my teammates from the post. So yeah, it's something I worked on this past season or past off season.
Sounds like some really hard defensive-oriented practices led into that game Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Can you talk about those practices, what you guys did, and how they helped you?
Yeah, for sure. I think just kind of going back to entering the Gonzaga game, I don't think we were as prepared defensively and mentally just from our collective team standpoint. And going into the UNLV game, we understood, and we were very able to see from the film, how drastically we needed to improve our defense, and a game like that will show you, playing against such a great team, they'll show you where your holes are, and we were able to, try to fix that in practice leading up to UNLV.
Would you say they were the hardest practices of the season so far? Or?
Yeah, it's pretty early, so they were pretty tough practices, but I mean, it's early to say. I know preseason was very tough, but we're kind of just going back to practicing, with that mindset going forward.
They were intense, but we had fun because we knew we were getting better. We know defense was a weakness of the past few games, whether we won or lost. So we just been focused on that. We've been going hard, challenging each other, and it was fun in practice, to be honest. Getting better with my teammates.
What was Coach like in those practices? Was he even more intense than usual?
Coach, no, he always keeps the same intensity. It's just very intense, but he just pushes us to make us better. So we don't really, take it personally. He at the end of the day, he's trying to help us. He's trying to make us better players and a better person.
You feel like you can carry that going forward now?
The defense, we're just trying to get better, practice by practice, game by game. So it's up to us. So we'll see what happens with that. My hope is that we just we learn from our mistake, and we just keep getting better. We want to be better, not just to say we don't want to plateau. 7, 8 games in the season, we want to get better.
You're looking a lot more explosive this year. What was your off-season training regimen like to get to that level of explosiveness again?
It was just a bunch of band work, it was more mental and a bunch of band work. I've been exercising, I've been working hard. I hired a couple of new trainers, so I've been trying to diet, nutrition, sleep. I've just been on it trying to push myself. So I just want to be the best possible player I can be for the team and help just contribute and just be my best self, because that's why I take my role very seriously on the team. No matter where it is. I just want to be my best, and I have to put myself in a position to be the best I can be.
Towards the end of last season, you were working on it a little bit where you're getting more mid-range back in your game, but then this year it seems like you've taken that to another level. Do you attribute that to maybe the improved athleticism, or is it more of a commitment on your end to do it?
It's pretty. I think it's both. I have to be able to get there. I have to train my body, and I just have to get used to it and trust the work I put in the off season. My trainers always tell me trust your work, trust your work. So I've been trying to open up my game because I feel like the mid-range and three will be a huge weapon for me in opening up and scoring abilities and making plays for other people as well.
In pregame, like layup lines and stuff, you've been kind of throwing down some dunks. You had that one fast break a few weeks ago. Has your vertical gone up, do you know, or is it just finishing more?
We test our vertical from time to time. My vertical overall average has gone up, naturally. So I just take that very seriously, and I just take it day by day. And I do some extra work after practice, to keep my body in shape. Because I know my body well. I've gotten, with the college regimen, I'm a senior, so I pretty much know what to expect. So I try to push myself even more and give myself extra rest and extra recovery before games to keep it going.
What's your vert at now, dude, or on average?
On average, it's probably like 19, 20, 21, something like that. Yeah.
You're always in the middle of the pregame kind of hype huddle. Do you have like a routine or a saying that you use every time, or is it always just kind of spur of the moment?
It's probably spur of the moment. I just feel I try to feel the energy of our guys, and that's based on what I say to them. But I always get us hype and get us motivated, ready for the game. It doesn't matter who we're playing. Naturally in human nature, we're going to be more motivated, more fired up, more locked in than others. But I try to keep it even keel with our team because I feel like it's my job, my role to get us ready for no matter what games. Because there's upsets, and there's upsets for a reason. So I just try to keep us even keel and keep us motivated for every single game.
How did you kind of get that role? Did you kind of just take it on, or?
I just took it on. I noticed last year in the beginning scene, no one was really doing it. So I just wanted to be the energy guy to get us going, the hype guy, because I'm already a loud person as it is. So I just get us going, and I'm the most vocal, whether I'm right or I'm wrong. I just try to get on everyone, because when you hold people to a certain standard, you have to hold yourself to that standard as well. So that's why I try to do to everyone. I try to just say, I'll even tell Tiger, tell him to do this. I'll just tell Tiger, I tell everyone. I just try to talk to them and ask them what they see and what they feel, and I try to give them advice.
You guys break the huddle with something, or that you say?
Yeah, we just I got it from Last Dance. So I say hard work now, and then I say something after, to get us going. So it gets us going, gets us hype, because I just remind them the game rewards hard work, it rewards effort. So the tougher team, coach always says the tougher team wins. So I remind them to we have to work hard. We have to work harder than the other team every time we step on the court. That's the culture I want to bring to this team.
From what you just said, it sounds like you're a pretty vocal leader on this team. Do you think it's a role that you've kind of always had in you, or something that you've had to grow into?
I've always been a vocal leader, whether I'm able to do this, because, we have great players on our team. So whether I'm able to do what they're doing or not, I always tell them, be your best self. So I'm not afraid to say it. I'll say it. I'll yell at them. I won't cuss at them. I won't do anything, but I'll try to understand where they're coming from first and then help hold them responsible. Because at the end of the day, they know I'm trying to make the team better. I'm trying to make myself better. So we all have the same goal. So they'll listen, they'll talk, and we'll talk it out. But I've always been that vocal leader, that keeps everyone to a standard.
Do you know Evan Batty well since he's local?
Me and Evan and I, we went to elementary school together.
Oh.
Yeah, we grew up. We lived in the same neighborhood for all our life. That's my best friend. That's my brother.
Wow.
I hang out with him all the time in the summer. We work out sometimes together. Yeah, that's really my best friend, since diapers. Yeah.
So his backstory with the stroke, obviously, and everything.
Yeah.
How amazing is it to see him back and playing at a great level?
I sent him 2 large paragraphs, because I wasn't, because he lived out in Villa Park. He moved out there, but I sent him 2 large texts. First time I saw him after, I just gave him a big hug. It was at a tournament in Westchester High School. I almost cried. I hugged him, and I was just saying I'm proud of him, for keep going, keep pushing it, because we always talked about playing at the Division I level. So to play against best friend like that is just amazing. For him to power through that, it's an amazing story. I'm just really proud of him, and I just love him like a brother.